Hello everyone, welcome to More to Explore. I'm Miss Natasha and today we'll be making a movable shark and a fish. Okay, in your kit you will find blue paint, 3 stirring straws, a brass fastener, that's black, a paper plate, and your shark template. What's not in your kit, but you will still need, is a cup of warm water, glue stick, tape, pencil, black marker, paintbrush, a scissors, kit scissors works just fine, hole puncher, and napkins. So most people have these at home. Go ahead and grab those and we'll get started. Okay, so the first step would be placing 2 tissues as a placemat to protect your table when you're painting, and then putting your paper plate on top, taking out the blue paint, the cup for water, and the paintbrush. Go ahead and put that on the tissue as well. And now we are going to paint our paper plate. Now what I like to do, it makes the paint look like, more like the ocean, gives it dimension. I mix a little bit of the paint with the water, like that, just a little bit. And I kind of dip them together. And then I'm going to go ahead and I want you to paint almost like a round diamond. So I'll show you, kind of like that and that. And we want to go all the way around. And you want to paint the inside of this diamond. If you can make it rounder, that's even better. So go ahead and do that and paint this whole inside area. Okay, the next step is to wait until your plate is dry. So see where it reflects the light? That means it's still wet. So I have a couple wet spots. But once it stops reflecting that light, you are dry and ready to go. Okay, so I'm all dry now. I'm going to move my placemat away, my water away, paint, don't need that anymore. And I'm going to take my template out. So mine is pre-cut. Yours might not be cut out entirely, so you're just going to take your template and cut along the black lines for all of your shark parts. So go ahead and cut those out. And once you've done that, you are going to place your pieces on top of your blue diamond. You're going to take the main portion of your shark and you are going to line it at the bottom of your plate. Now, a good rule of thumb is this blue point. It's going to be underneath the half of your diamond, or you'll just align his upper jaw to that plate bottom. That's the easiest way to do it. And then you are going to use that template and you're going to take your pencil and you are going to outline it on top of your plate. That way when you cut it out, you have a nice shark upper jaw and head. So go ahead and do that, and we'll do it to the rest of our pieces as well. I'll show you where to lay those. So we'll be cutting this whole thing out. Okay, now you have the lower jaw, which is entirely on the white portion of the plate. You'll have the fin, which will be part of the blue portion of the plate, entirely blue. And then you will have the other fin, the back fin, the longer one, and that'll be half and half. So see how it'll be half blue and half white? So that's what you're going to do. Go ahead and trace these three as well. So now that you've traced them all, you are going to cut them all out. So go ahead and grab those scissors. Okay, so now I would like to clean it up. So you might have some pencil lines on there from the tracing of your template. So go ahead and erase those real quick. That way your shark looks real nice. Once you've erased the tracing lines, you are going to add an eye to him. So take your black marker and put the eye where you'd like. I kind of like it right here. And then you're going to put some gills. So it kind of goes right underneath. I'll show you. So do you see the gills? Those are the little lines. That's going to be how they breathe underwater. So gills are pretty neat. The filters out what they want to keep in, what they want to leave out. So the ocean water goes in, goes out. It's pretty cool. Those are the gills, and then we're going to add that jaw. We do want to add the jaw, so that'll go there. And we're going to hole punch it. So I like to align it to the bottom of the plate. So just align it exactly to see how they align nicely. Let me see the examples I can show you. So see how he is aligned there with the fastener? That's what we're going to do. So we're going to align it and then hole punch it and then fasten it. So align the two pieces, lower jaw and upper jaw. Take your hole puncher and then choose wisely. So I think I'll do it right. That looks good. You can see it goes through both. And then I'm going to take my fastener that came in my kit, the black one, right, that I gave you all. That'll keep the two jaws together. So we have our movable jaw, right? And then we are going to tape and glue the two fins that we have. So for this fin, we are going to glue it down. So go ahead and do that. You're going to use your glue stick. And I'm going to glue the edge of it. Put a lot on there. And you're going to glue it just like that, right next to the gills. Count to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So your shark is coming along, isn't it? So you notice how when we painted, we didn't just paint blue, we mixed it with water. It gives that watercolor effect, which is really neat and gives it the ocean effect as well. And then we are going to add the fin at the end. Now if you notice, I personally think the fin's a little small. So what I like to do is I want to make it where the fin matches the body really nicely. So I go ahead and trim it. You don't have to. This is how the template came. But I want it to look a little bit nicer and make it look a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to go ahead and trim, just like I did in my example. So I'll show you how to do that. You are going to trim by placing the little one underneath the back fin, and then you are going to make it in such a way where you cut that excess off and go follow that fin. So it looks a little bit more natural. And now you are going to tape it exactly how you want it. So maybe you want it just straight, maybe you want it up, maybe you want it out. Go ahead and tape him exactly how you want. You can even cut from the bottom as well, which looks a little bit more natural as well, more realistic, if you feel like there's too much blade on the bottom. And then, once you're happy with it, which I think I'm happy with this one, I'm going to tape it on the back. So go ahead and grab your tape. And I am going to tape it right there to the rest of his body. And now I am going to tape the straw stirrers, or stirring straws. And I'm going to take two. Two are for your shark, and one is taped to the bottom, the lower jaw, and then one is taped to the body. So let me see, let me move these out anyway so you can see. So body for one, and then lower jaw for the other. Take your tape again. Now you notice average tape is a bit thick. You can use it on the body. You're going to press it nicely, just like that. But for the lower jaw, I would take your tape, take a piece, and I would take your scissors and I would cut it straight down the middle so it's thin. And you'll use both of these pieces. So we'll take our stirring straw, put it on our lower jaw, I would say about the middle. We'll take our thin piece of tape and we'll attach the stirring straw to the lower jaw of our shark. I'm going to use both of them, one at a time. So now I have my shark, right? And I said you're going to make a fish, didn't I? So we're going to make a little fish. You're gonna take the scrap pieces that you have from your shark plate, and we are going to draw little fishies that your shark can chase. So I'm gonna show you one, and then you can make however many you would like, but I'll just show you the first one. So for your fish, take the blue, and you're gonna draw a round face, and then triangle for the fin, another triangle, and another triangle. So a little fishy. You can draw a jellyfish. You can actually do whatever you'd like for your last stirring straw. Whatever you want your shark to chase, go ahead and make that. I want a little fishy, so I'm going to make a little fishy. My little fishy, and then I'm going to erase that tracing lines from my pencil so it looks a little nicer. And then I'm going to take my last stirring straw and I'm going to tape it to the back of my fish. Again, piece of tape, and then you want to make it thin, so you cut it in half, and then you take the stirring straw to the back of your fish, the white portion. And I have my little fish. And you can always use your black marker again, and you can add eyes to him and little details. Give him a big eye. And now I have my shark and my little fish. Did you know the pygmy shark can glow in the dark? Sharks can detect where a smell is coming from hundreds of feet away. And there are over 500 species of sharks.